This is one of the few places on Earth where modern humans are not welcome. An entire island that's been cut off from the rest of the world for over 60,000 years. An island whose people will hunt you down and kill you if you set foot there. An island you can never visit. That's right, there are still parts of our world that we can't go to, and this is one of them. Welcome to North Sentinel Island, the Forbidden Island of India. Have you ever heard about this place? I haven't until recently, but when I learned about it, I couldn't help but wonder, is this the most mysterious place on planet Earth? So the first thing I did was look on Google Maps, and this is what I found. Located deep in the Bay of Bengal, North Sentinel Island is part of a small chain of islands known as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, which belong to India. But unlike its neighboring islands, this one is completely off limits. Why? Because North Sentinel Island is home to the Sentinelese people, one of the last uncontacted tribes in the world. They have lived in isolation here for over 60,000 years and are known to be incredibly hostile to outsiders. So much so that anyone who dares to step foot on the island is killed. Yes, this island is basically a death sentence for anyone who visits. Over the years, many brave souls have tried to make contact with these mysterious natives, but all of them have met a very bad end. In 2006, two Indian fishermen named Uday Chand and Gopal were drifting in their boat when they accidentally veered too close to the island. Before they knew it, they had entered the Sentinelese territory and soon found themselves under attack. Arrows rained down on their boat, and before long, both men were dead. Their bodies were never recovered. Then in 2018, an American Christian missionary named Todd F. Nettleton tried to sneak onto the island in order to convert the natives to Christianity. However, he was spotted and chased away. Despite the warning signs, Nettleton persisted and attempted to land his boat on the shore again. But this time he wasn't so lucky. He was speared in the chest and killed instantly. His body was never seen again. Now you might be wondering why the Indian government hasn't done more to protect the island's visitors. After all, it's a popular tourist destination. Well, the truth is, they can't risk it. The Sentinelese people are extremely dangerous and will stop at nothing to defend their land. Not to mention that we don't know how many of them there are. All we know is that they live in small family units scattered throughout the jungle, and that they are armed with bows and arrows, as well as spears. They are also said to be very agile and excellent swimmers, which makes them even more formidable opponents. In fact, the only reason we know any of this is because some brave souls have risked their lives to try and contact them. In 1974, an Indian naval officer named Captain M.P. Sharma became lost while sailing in the area. When his boat capsized, Sharma managed to swim to shore where he was discovered by the Sentinelese people. At first, they were very suspicious of him, but eventually they took him in and cared for him until he was rescued. During his time with them, Sharma observed their way of life and was able to learn a few things about them. For example, he saw that they had a complex social structure and that they lived in small villages made up of several huts. They also had their own language and they seemed to be very intelligent. However, despite Sharma's best efforts, he was unable to communicate with them, and so he nicknamed them the Sentinelese people. When Sharma finally returned to civilization, he shared his story with the world, and that's when the Indian government realized just how mysterious this island really was. To this day, no one knows their language, customs, or even how they survive. All we know is that they are incredibly dangerous, and that they have managed to avoid being contacted for over 60,000 years. You might be wondering how we know that they've been on the island for so long. Well, the answer is simple. It's because North Sentinel Island is home to some of the oldest human remains ever discovered. Yes, this island is basically a time capsule that has allowed us to learn more about our ancestors than any other place on Earth. Unfortunately, the Sentinelese people don't appreciate our curiosity and will do anything to keep us away from their sacred land. Because of all this, the Indian government has banned all travel within 5 kilometers of the island. This includes boats, planes, and even helicopters. The only way to see North Sentinel Island is from far away, either by boat or from the air. Even then, it's only visible from a distance because the Sentinelese people have built thick bamboo fences around the island to keep intruders out. These fences are so effective that even small boats have trouble getting close enough to the shore to drop off supplies. And believe me, the Indian government has tried everything. They've sent in helicopters, planes, and even submarines, but all of them have been forced to turn back. This has led some people to believe that the Sentinelese people are actually aliens who have come from another planet. After all, how else could they have built such advanced technology without the help of modern tools? Of course, this is just a theory, and there is no evidence to support it, but it's still a fun thought to consider. Maybe the Sentinelese people aren't humans after all. Maybe they're something else entirely. One thing's for sure, though, if you ever find yourself near North Sentinel Island, don't even think about setting foot there. Just stay away. It's simply not worth the risk. But if you want to learn more about the Sentinelese people, there is one place you can go. The National Museum of the American Indian in Washington, D.C. has an exhibit on the Sentinelese people that includes artifacts from their culture, as well as information about their way of life. If you're interested in learning more about one of the last uncontacted tribes in the world, then this is definitely worth a visit. So now I want to hear from you. What do you think the Sentinelese people are like? Are they friendly or hostile? Do they have any advanced technology that we don't know about? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my others for more amazing stories from around the world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is truly amazing. A tribe living in complete isolation from the outside world for tens of thousands of years. It's hard to imagine a place like this still exists today. And speaking of amazing, let's take a moment to appreciate the Sentinelese people. These brave souls have managed to survive and thrive in one of the most inhospitable environments on Earth. They have fended off predators, natural disasters, and even the modern world itself. We may never understand their ways, but we can respect their strength and resilience. The Sentinelese people have shown us that humans are capable of some truly remarkable things. They have lived in harmony with nature for thousands of years and have developed a way of life that works for them. It's a lifestyle that we could all learn from, especially in today's world where we seem to be losing touch with nature. But it's not just the Sentinelese people who are amazing. It's also the fishermen and missionaries who have dared to venture into their territory. These people are true adventurers who are willing to risk everything to explore the unknown. They have pushed the boundaries of human exploration and have taught us that there is still so much to discover in our world. Of course, it's important to remember that the Sentinelese people are not a zoo exhibit. They are real human beings with their own culture and way of life. We should respect their privacy and not try to invade their territory. However, we can still appreciate their amazing way of life from a distance and learn from the lessons they have to teach us. Let's take a moment to reflect on the courage and determination of the Sentinelese people. They have faced countless dangers and have emerged victorious every time. They have shown us that it is possible to live in harmony with nature and that it is possible to thrive in the most challenging of environments. We may never know everything about the Sentinelese people, but that is part of what makes them so amazing. They are a reminder that there is still so much to discover in our world, and that there are still so many mysteries that we do not understand. Instead of trying to conquer these mysteries, we should marvel at them and respect the cultures that have thrived in these remote places. So let us take a moment to appreciate the Sentinelese people and their amazing way of life. Let us marvel at their courage and determination and learn from their intimate knowledge of nature. They may live in a world that we can't access, but their existence is a reminder that there is still so much beauty and wonder left in our world.